blinded by the light. Wake up like a duke, you know I'm over in the night. Blinded by the light. Back after watching my first video. I realized that I say a lot, which is kind of funny because there we go again. Oh, let's go. But in the first week, my first video got a couple hundred views. Pretty cool. Got a couple of subscribers and learned a few things about my setup. Wasn't too bad. I'm pretty much using the same thing. I just added another camera right now. This one right here, the Hero 3, and the one that's on the front of my helmet is the Hero 4 Black that I just got. I was going to get a session to put on my windscreen, or the small, like a different place to be less conspicuous, I guess. But I wanted to have the higher frame rate. The 4K I probably won't use. The 2K I might mess around with it, but for the most part I won't use it. And I probably should have just got the silver. Funny thing that happened when I was getting on the bike this morning to bring it out of the garage, my leg hit the left rear turn signal. Just tapped it in it. Didn't break it, it just knocked it off. It just came like the rubber, the backing plate that holds it through the rubber came off. It's a nice way to start the morning. I thought I had broke it. I was like, shit. But luckily it was just pulled through the plastic, the rubber that kind of encases around the housing. I just loosened it up and put it back together, so we're good to go. I don't want to be riding down the road and have my turn signal just hanging off there like a weirdo. So as I watched this first video, and during this last week, I kind of try to think about what my next content was going to be, and I figured I'm just going to just feel it out. And before I start going crazy with, you know, reviews and I mean, I only have 5 subscribers right now, so it's not like there's a 50 million people watching me and you know, with bated breath to see what my next move is or my next video is. So at least my plan at this time is to capture some video, talk about whatever, and kind of get a feel for this. I was kind of hoping nobody would be in front of me on this road. I want to blow past this guy. Things I want to try out, the Pro Tune. I want to try different angles, the Super View, just different things. It's just an experiment. And the problem is I don't have hours and hours of time to do this, so, you know. I tend to work a lot of hours during the week at work, and weekend is pretty much the only free time I have to do stuff. I have stuff around the house, I have yard work, etc. Wash the cars. So I'll get there gradually. Tried all the different things until I narrow, you know, get it all down to a nice consistent setup to where I can just throw everything on and get on the bike, go get a decent video, hopefully have some good content to talk about or show you. Or this road is really bumpy. I don't know if you can see it. There's a guy up there on like a glider. Maybe you can up there. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. $7:12 on a Saturday morning. Like I said in my first video, feel free to comment. Had a few comments. People like the bike. Or a person. Not like I have 1,000 comments, but it's kind of cool to interact with people. To see that someone out there enjoys watching. One of the things I realize is it's not easy to, I guess you try to, or at least I do, I try to get something in my head. Okay, I'm going to talk about this, and I think about it during the week, and instead of just rambling on and talking about just random stuff here and there and nothing really makes any sense. It's not easy. I give it to a lot of credit to some of these guys that, you know, they have a video a week or a couple a week, and some of it's just crazy stuff riding around, and they ride a lot. Some of it is, you know, you somewhat entertaining if you listen to it. Watching my first one after I edited it, The one thing I did find out that you only get a few hours before the battery on the GoPro runs out, and when you're putting together the video after you're done and trying to cut it and have it not just one big long video of you of the whole ride, because I don't think anybody really wants to watch that unless you're doing something crazy. And in my mind at least, I'm thinking between crap, come on, red light. Probably 7, unless you have a lot of stuff to talk about, 7 to 14, 21, something like that. I mean, if you're doing a review on something, I can see you doing 20 minutes or so. Try to get your hours worth of video, or however long it is, and crunch it down into a reasonable time frame. That's not, I mean, it's easy to do if you just cut it up and just jump a bunch of clips in there, but doesn't mean it's going to be any good. Not that I'm saying my stuff is good. Quick little overview of this beast. Shut it down. All right. So the Monster 1200R. There it is. Pretty much stock. I haven't done anything to it. I added the little tank pad here, protector. I just like the way it looked. Protects from scratches. What else? Oh, I changed the bulb out to an LED, Opti 7, I believe it is. It's pretty bright. It's a lot whiter than the stock bulb. It's a little bit more crisp pattern of light across it. Wasn't too bad to install. There's a separate fan that keeps it cool, and there's a controller that I guess controls the fan that's behind the bulb. I could do I'll pull it apart, do another video, kind of a review of that, and show how I situated everything so it still fit together, and the cap went on the back of the. I pretty much had to put everything extra inside behind the reflector part of the bulb, but I'll do a video on that to where it's more, you can understand it, and if people want to change it out. I had a hard time finding anybody that had any kind of videos on how to take apart the headlight. It was on the forum. I found a forum with a guy that drew a little sketch, which kind of helped me out, but I'll do a video of that at some point. So yeah, there's the Dainese carbon slip-on exhaust. That's the other. I mean, that was the most expensive mod that I've done. Pretty much at that point, it's like, okay, I'm done. That's all I got for now. Because They weren't cheap, but they sound great. It came with the ECU tune they did at the dealer. It's a racing tune. I guess it changes the mapping, the fuel injectors and all that, to take care of the lack of back pressure you're going to have, because you have obviously no catalytic converters, so it's almost an open exhaust. You have the silencers here that come with a dB killer that it's like a little tube I got at home that slides in there, and there's a bolt that goes through the back. This has one bolt that holds it in, and it's like just a tube about this long with the widened end that just kind of changes the tone, makes it a little bit quieter, but I just didn't seem like it. Some people might. I didn't. I just like this. Just sounds more of a deep rumble without it. Just to me, it sounded better. And that's about it. Your Ducati Monster 1200R. Pretty good, pretty good. Now I got my high beams on. How that happened, I don't know. So if you watching this right now, like what you see, comment down here, or like it, subscribe. Naked Bike Mike, that is me, and we'll see you next time. Down, and never gonna make it through the night.